For over a decade, Parker Schnabel has stood out as one of the most iconic faces in Discovery's gold rush, with a laser-sharp focus and work ethic that rivaled miners twice his age. Parker became a fan favorite not only because of the gold he pulled from the ground, but because of his raw determination, intelligence, and willingness to bet on himself. Yet in a recent turn of events, the young miner opened up about just how hard things have become behind the scenes, financially, emotionally, and personally. In the early years of Gold Rush, Parker was seen as the rising prodigy, a young man who by age 16 had already taken control of his grandfather, John Schnabel's Big Nugget mine. His ambition was evident from the start. He wasn't afraid to take risks, challenge veterans, and throw himself into grueling work conditions. To prove that age didn't limit capability, fans were drawn to his no-nonsense approach and relentless drive. And over the years, he grew his operation into one of the most formidable on the show. But as Parker would be the first to tell you, success in gold mining is never permanent. It's a business that can take as much as it gives, sometimes more. And as Parker recently revealed, this has been the most difficult season of his mining career. While some fans speculated about drama in his personal life, including long past relationships like the one he had with Australian veterinary nurse Ashley Yull, the reality is that Parker's biggest struggles haven't come from emotional betrayal or interpersonal conflict. Instead, they stem from the intense financial and operational pressure that comes with running a multi-million-dollar gold mining empire. After Ashley appeared in Season 7 and worked alongside Parker at the mine, the two seemed to form a close bond, but the relationship didn't last. Parker later admitted he hadn't prioritized the relationship and took the blame for its end. While that chapter closed years ago, fans still bring it up, especially now that Parker is publicly speaking about personal difficulties. However, it's important to clarify Ashley didn't steal anything financial or emotional. Their breakup was a deeply human moment in Parker's life, not a scandal. So where are current struggles really coming from? At the heart of it is the Dominion Creek project, a massive undertaking that Parker poured approximately $15 million into. The site, ominously nicknamed the Money Pit, was seen as his most ambitious move, yet the potential was massive, with ground that could yield thousands of ounces of gold. But in mining, potential doesn't pay the bills. The costs of fuel, machinery, labor, permits, repairs, and logistics are astronomical. One misstep, one broken dozer, one rain-soaked week of inactivity can throw an entire season off course. This season, Parker has openly discussed how financial margins are thinner than ever despite pulling in large amounts of gold. The bottom line hasn't looked as strong as in years past. Equipment is aging, fuel costs have skyrocketed, even finding and retaining skilled labor has been more difficult than before. And perhaps most significantly, Parker is no longer the young upstart with nothing to lose. He's the boss of a sprawling operation with dozens of people depending on him for their livelihoods. Compounding the stress is the pressure of the gold rush itself. Millions of viewers tune in weekly, eager to see drama, success, failure, and everything in between. Every mistake is broadcast to the world. Every ounce short of a goal is scrutinized by armchair miners and internet commentators. Parker has never been one to chase fame. He said many times that the cameras are just part of the job, but there's no denying that being a public figure adds another layer of pressure. And yet, through all of this, Parker keeps pushing forward. What sets Parker apart isn't just his mining knowledge or strategic thinking, it's his resilience. This season has tested him like never before, but instead of giving up or scaling back, he's digging in deeper. He's working long hours, analyzing every load of paid dirt, and leaning on his core team, including longtime foreman Mitch Blash and the always reliable Chris Dome. Despite the hardships, Parker remains committed to the path he chose. He knows that real gold isn't just what comes out of the cell box. The relationships built under pressure, and the ability to stand back up when the odds seem overwhelming. In a candid moment, Parker reflected on how much he misses his grandfather John. the man who taught him the value of hard work and self-belief. John Schnabel's influence still guides Parker. Even years after his passing, it's clear that Parker carries that legacy with him every time he steps onto a claim. So is Parker Schnabel going broke? No, but is he facing the most financially and emotionally difficult year of his career? Absolutely. Fans who have followed Parker from the beginning know that he thrives in adversity. This may be his toughest year yet, but history suggests it won't be the end of his story. If anything, it could mark the beginning of a new chapter, one where Parker not only survives the downturn but finds smarter, stronger ways to adapt and succeed. Gold mining isn't just about pulling ounces from the earth. It's about heart, hustle, and hard choices. And if anyone knows how to weather a storm and strike gold again, it's Parker Schnabel. Even after more than a decade of hard work, Parker Schnabel shows no signs of slowing down as Gold Rush fans wonder what's next for the young mining prodigy. Sources close to the production and a few well-placed social media clues suggest that Parker is already deep into preparations for the next season of the hit Discovery series, from Alaska to the Yukon, and even as far as Papua New Guinea. Parker Schnabel has built a reputation for going wherever the gold takes him season after season. Fans have watched him evolve from a teenage upstart into a seasoned boss, running multi-million-dollar operations, with each year more intense than the last. Many might have expected Parker to take a break. But that's not Parker Schnabel. In fact, it appears he's doing the exact opposite. While Discovery has not yet released an official trailer or start date for the upcoming season, all signs point to Parker already being back on the claim and putting in the long hours he's become known for. Equipment has reportedly been mobilized, crew members are being assembled, and multiple wash plants may be returning to action, including his priced Big Red and possibly a newly upgraded setup after the challenges of the previous season, which Parker himself described as one of the toughest years he's ever faced. Many fans speculated about whether he'd even come back. He sank millions into the Dominion Creek property, navigated staffing shortages, and struggled with brutal weather and rising fuel costs. Yet through all of it, Parker managed to keep his operation running and finish strong. Now, instead of backing off, he's going all in again. What makes this upcoming season especially exciting is the uncertainty surrounding Parker's next move. Will he double down on Dominion Creek and continue trying to make it profitable? Will he search out new claims in untapped territory? Or will he pivot back to trite and true ground to stabilize after such a volatile year? As filming quietly gets underway, the next season of Gold Rush promises to be full of fresh challenges, bold decisions, and, of course, massive gold goals. And with Parker Schnabel at the helm, you can bet there will be no shortage of grit, risk, and high-stakes action.